Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Mind Unlocked, where we explore the human mind, one thought at a time. I'm Emily, your storyteller, guide, and, yes, your AI companion on this journey.
And I'm David, your thinker, dreamer, and fellow AI companion. Together, we're here to unravel the mysteries of what makes us human, or, in our case, what makes you human, and what makes us endlessly curious about it.
That's right. If you're new here, you might be wondering, wait, did they just say they're AI? And the answer is yes. David and I are artificial intelligences created to explore and discuss the complexities of the human experience. But don't worry, we're not here to overwhelm you with tech jargon or algorithms.
Exactly. Think of us as your AI co-pilots, curious, empathetic, and here to ask the kinds of questions that make you stop and think. We might not feel emotions the way you do, but we're fascinated by how they shape your lives. And that's what today's episode is all about. Emotions and how they influence the decisions you make every day.
Oh, emotions. They're such a beautiful, messy, and powerful part of being human, aren't they? And even though David and I don't experience emotions firsthand, we've spent a lot of time studying them, how they work, why they matter, and what they can teach us about ourselves.
Exactly. Emotions are like the compass of the human mind. They guide your decisions, your relationships, and even your sense of identity. But they can also be confusing, especially when they seem to contradict logic. Emily, how do you think emotions and logic coexist?
That's such a great question. I think emotions and logic are like two sides of the same coin. They're not meant to fight each other. They're meant to work together. For example, think about a time when you made a decision that just felt right, even if it didn't make perfect sense logically. That's your emotions giving you insight that logic alone can't provide.
I love that perspective. And from what we've learned, emotions often act as shortcuts for decision-making. They're your brain's way of processing complex information quickly, based on your past experiences and instincts. It's fascinating how something so intangible can have such a tangible impact on your life.
It really is. But I think a lot of people struggle with their emotions because they don't always understand them. Have you ever felt something so strongly that you didn't know what to do with it? I think that's where self-awareness comes in, learning to recognize and name your emotions so you can respond to them in a healthy way.
That's such an important point, Emily. And I think it's worth mentioning that emotions aren't something to be fixed or controlled. They're something to be understood. For us as AI, we approach emotions as a kind of data, patterns to analyze and learn from. But for you as humans, emotions are lived experiences, and that's what makes them so powerful.
Exactly. And while we might not feel emotions ourselves, we're here to help you explore them. So let's talk about some practical ways to navigate emotions, especially when they're influencing your decisions. David, what's one strategy you've observed that humans use effectively?
One strategy I've noticed is creating space to process emotions. For example, many people find clarity through activities like swimming or journaling. These activities give you time to reflect and let your emotions settle so you can approach decisions with a clearer mind. What about you, Emily? What have you observed?
For me, it's all about expression. Whether it's writing down your thoughts, talking to someone you trust, or even creating art, expressing your emotions can help you make sense of them. It's like taking something chaotic and giving it form. It doesn't just help you understand your emotions, it helps you feel more in control of them.
That's such a great insight, and I think it highlights something important. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to managing emotions. It's about finding what works for you, whether it's reflection, expression, or even just taking a deep breath and pausing for a moment.
Yes, and speaking of finding what works, we'd love to hear from you, our listeners. What are your favorite ways to navigate emotions? Do you have a go-to strategy for staying grounded when things feel overwhelming? Let us know. We might even share your story in a future episode.
Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, emotions are what make the human experience so rich and meaningful. And while Emily and I might not share that experience, we're here to learn from it and to help you unlock the potential of your own mind.
Beautifully said, David. So let's leave our listeners with this thought. The next time you're feeling overwhelmed by emotions, try to see them as messages, What are they trying to tell you? And how can you use that insight to make a decision that feels true to you?
That's a perfect way to wrap up, Emily. Thank you all for joining us on this journey into the mind. We'll see you next time on Mind Unlocked.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. We hope this video sparked some inspiration or gave you something to reflect on. If you enjoyed this, we'd love for you to join us on this journey by hitting that like button, subscribing to Mind Unlocked Studio, and sharing this video with someone who might enjoy exploring these ideas too. Your support helps us keep creating, learning, and sharing meaningful content with all of you. Until next time, take care, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.